Okay, today we have two major points. The first one is the American congressmen that visited Burkina Faso on 29th of August this year. So their aim was to meet Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Unfortunately, Traoré turned down the invitation and sent them Ousmane Bougouma of the National Assembly, or the head of the National Assembly, to meet with them. So actually it was a successful meeting and they discussed a lot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you again. The President of the Transitional Legislative Assembly received a delegation from the U.S. Congress CODEL, made up of both Democrats and Republicans. The discussions mainly focused on development issues in several sectors in Burkina Faso. The delegation commended the efforts made by the Burkinabe authorities for endogenous development, and especially in the fight against terrorism. Ismail Satounin, Paris, Le Point.
The U.S. Congress and the Legislative Assembly are moving toward enhanced parliamentary cooperation. Here, Dr. Ousmane Bougouma receives this delegation from the American Congress to discuss common development issues in sectors such as the economy, agriculture, and security. And on these topics, today's visitors did not overlook the tangible results achieved by Burkina Faso in these sectors.
We came to talk with the President of Parliament, and both Democrats and Republicans present here had a very good discussion with the President of Parliament. Together, Democrats and Republicans are truly supporting the country to develop its economic and security partnership. I think this is one of the first steps in the right direction. And we discussed agriculture and making sure the country has what it needs when it comes to agriculture to feed its population. We also discussed the country's security situation across the entire territory of Burkina Faso to ensure that security is improving throughout the country.
This visit by the American congressional delegation, given the relevance of the topics discussed, was well received by the President of the Transitional Legislative Assembly. Both parties expressed confidence that through this kind of framework, the bonds of friendship and partnership will gain new momentum.
But this is seen in two ways. First, the same country that is trying to cooperate with Burkina Faso is the same country that is indirectly fueling this extremism that is in the Sahel, because proof has been given. Remember, during the recent U.S. AFRICOM commander, that is General Langley, who was saying that Traoré is using the country's gold to protect his junta regime. So you see that there is no any clear and good relationship between the two countries. That's why Traoré actually stood on his feet. The people who are trying to accuse him of using the country's resources to protect himself, they are the ones contacting him to work with them on different sectors. Really, does that make sense? So it doesn't make sense at all. That's why the people of AES cooperating with the US, most especially with Western countries at large, with very cautious minds, in a very mixed way, because these are the people they cannot trust. You know, they have been working with US and France for centuries. Nothing significant is in the Sahel. Nothing you can show in the Sahel. Yet these people have been working with US and France. Nothing significant. But today, they changed their partnership to Turkey, Iran, Russia, and China. They are showing something. Everything is under a revolution. Roads are being constructed, schools have been rebuilt. Everything is in social order now. You know, security, they are combating insecurity at a very large extent. So that is what they are doing. So let me not take a lot of time, because the video might be very long and I don't want it.